heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dak going to start out going to the air. Being chased out left. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On the move to his left. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll get this one complete to Darden. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we have...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 63 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, this is Turpin. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. These two teams all tied after one. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Prescott to throw it. Out to his left. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Fourth down, Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run again with Dowdle.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Vaughn diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Smith. It got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Smith now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Steps away. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker. to the 43, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now Gino on first down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Second and 10, Smith again. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshone. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action now. Prescott rolling to his left. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Now Prescott going to change the play. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Rico Dowdle taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. And oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.